Okay, so we've created our web application, and so now I want to be able to create some users for my web application. And as I mentioned before, there are really two ways to do this. The first way is if you've used the web application template as I demonstrated in the web page, you can right-click and you can view that in the browser. I'm viewing the default page, by the way. And when I do that, you see you get a functioning template here that is a website. This is the default template for that Visual Studio gives you. And you can actually click the little register button right here, which is going to take us to the login page or the create user page that comes with the Visual Studio web application. So I'm going to create a user this way. I'm going to create Sammy and create her email address and give her a password that's over 6 characters. And create her. And you'll notice when I do that that it says hello Sammy and log off. These are some of the login controls that come on the toolbox of Visual Studio, and we're going to be looking at those a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and log off because I really haven't protected anything in my application yet. And I'm going to close this browser window. And I'm going to show you the second way that you can create users in your web application before you even start designing the protected areas. And that's to go to the project area, go down to ASP.NET Configuration, and bring up the Website Administration tool. When you do that, you get the opportunity to create security, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to the security link here. You can see I've already created 4 users. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to the Create User option. I can either create users or manage users, and I can also deal with roles here if I want to. I can enable the roles and create roles for my application if I want to do that. We'll be doing that a little bit later. So I'm going to go to Create User and create a new user. So we'll create one and we'll call them Molly. And we'll give her a password. And we'll give her an email. Create her. And you're going to notice that I can continue creating users if I wish until I'm finished creating my initial users. And you're going to notice that these text boxes, these prompts, conform to the web config membership element and the attributes that are defined in that membership element that we talked about in the previous video that I did. So when I go back to Visual Studio, so I'm going to close, and I right-click on Default, and I view this page in the browser, and I can go to the login link up here, and I'm going to log in as that user I just created, Molly, and her password. Log in, and you see it says hello Molly. It knows me. So now I've created 2 users. One user using the register, one of the login controls that comes with on the toolbox with Visual Studio. And the other way that I created a user is to use the Visual Studio website configuration tool from the project menu. Last item on the project menu. You see it says I have 5 users. If I go to security, I can manage those users. So it shows me all the users I've already created. I can edit them, delete them, or just look at them if I want to. Notice that you can't change the password though. That's the only thing you can't do in this tool, but you can do that programmatically. So the next thing that we're going to do then is we'll explore how to protect a piece of your application using ASP.NET Membership.